Bro, I don't fuck with perfect people. I gravitate towards people who have been through some shit.
Same.
You know what I mean? Because the person that's coming off so perfect and this and that, it's like, yo, this guy's lying.
He's covering it up. He doesn't want you to see his wounds.
It's the person that's putting it out there and letting you know, yeah, I did this and I fucked up. You know what I mean? But I'm just trying to be a better person every day. Those are the people I rock with.
Welcome to Road to Billions podcast, the mentality of an entrepreneur. With your host, Moise Bertrand.
Hey, what's up, everybody? It is your host, Moise Bertrand, the Road to Billions podcast. Listen, man, I appreciate everybody who gave me a birthday shout out yesterday, 9/11. You know how we doing a big Virgo baby. But it was a great moment, man. I just want to thank you guys for shouting me out and giving me happy birthday wishes, man. And everybody who didn't get a chance as well, you know, who didn't know. I'm just gonna say you just didn't know. You know, but no hard feelings, man. I love everybody, and I just love the moment. I turned 25 in this podcast. I'm just gonna make sure this is season 10. You know, this is season 10 because this is a new journey. This is a new episode in my life. And I'm very much grateful. But I turned 25, man. And this podcast, I'm going to say turning 25. For a lot of people who don't know, I love music. I don't make music or nothing like that. I just like listen to music. But G Herbo, he has an album, or I think a song called Turning 25 or something like 25. But he talks about walking into 25 and that being the God number. And I'm telling you guys, like, I told myself this is a pivotal moment for me, and everything I'm doing up until this point and everything I'm doing up until, you know, I'm buried, I'm working hard and I'm busting my ass for it, man. And, you know, it's showing, but at the end of the day, I know where I'm at and know where I'm headed. And, you know, I know a lot of people who are younger than me listen to this podcast, and people who are older than me can attest to this as well. It's like when you hit 25, it's like you have a different mindset. Like your mindset is literally different. Like everything before 25 doesn't matter. Like that's experience, that's mistakes, that's things you take into your lifestyle and you carry on to your next age. And, you know, I kind of had a realization moment. Like I'm 25 years old now, and I'm really living up to my truth and living where I want to do. And the things I want to do, I'm doing it. Like I can't complain. I'm literally doing the shit I want to do, even though I can't really say I'm very much over the top on what I want to do. I'm pretty happy and I'm content with what I'm doing, and I'm very much working towards bigger and better. But at the end of the day, like I'm very much happy that I'm able to talk to you guys and do the things I want to do on my daily activities and day-to-day activities, and still celebrate and still have freedom that I always wanted. And, you know, things may not have been as sweet and pleasant in the past. Yeah, we can all say we have fucked up moments and everything like that. That's why I put the Charlemagne moment, the audio in the beginning. And I just want to let you guys know, like, I'm a very transparent person. So when you guys see me on social media, like, I'm just the person who's just going to make sure people know I'm doing certain things, because I may be able to teach somebody else or lock in with somebody who want to do the same thing I want to do. I could be a mentor to somebody, or even I could just find a relationship or network through that. And you know, offline, I'm just the same person. Like, I'm just very transparent. If you guys see my social media, I'm transparent. I feel like I do things differently than most people. And that's okay. But that's how 25 taught me to be myself. And for those who are listening as well, like, man, always be yourself. Always show up for yourself. Always let yourself know, like, you're the only person who's going to win. Like, no one's going to really carry you to the top except for yourself. No one's going to hand you the torch except for yourself. Like, the only way you're going to be able to put yourself in these rooms and these communities and have these accolades is only by joining and participating in certain things. And not only that, putting your best effort into what you do. Like, when I do this podcast, you guys, I told myself, I recorded a video yesterday, and I'm going to drop that video. But I didn't feel like I needed to make it perfect. You know, I didn't care about it being perfect, because I know that baby steps arise to grand rising steps and bigger things. And I know just as if this podcast, by the way, you guys, this podcast went number 30 in Ecuador in entrepreneurship last week, man. So shout out to you guys. Shout out to my people in Ecuador. I love you guys, man. And it went 105 in business as well for Ecuador as well. So Road to Billions, man. Like, we doing great numbers, 20,000 plus streams. You know, we living life to the fullest. We doing things that a lot of people wish they could do. And you just got to live your life the same way. And you just got to put your best foot forward. If you want to be a nurse, be the best nurse. If you're going to be the doctor, be the best doctor. Find out, research diseases, do something that's going to take your next level to the greatest level. You know, anything you're doing in life, put your best foot forward. I don't like people who just get into a certain area in their life and they get lackadaisical, they get content. Like, no, wake the fuck up. This is what you're supposed to be doing. If you want to be rich, if you want to be successful, if you want people to respect you and call you boss. And not only that, I'm not saying you could get something getting called out a boss, or just having your own financial freedom, or being your own entrepreneur and being your own business owner. You have to learn certain things have to be sacrificed in order to get to places. So you just have to do certain things you don't like. Sometimes I don't like going to the gym, but I've been going to the gym now. It's 7 days in a week. I've been going at least 5 out of 7. I hated going to the gym, but I could really see the improvement, not only my skin, but my maturity and my emotional intelligence and my confidence. Like, I know I'm literally starting to fit my shirts. I used to be skinny as a damn. People used to call me bird chest. Like, so what I'm telling you, like, 25 has been a great number for me, man. It's the God number. 2 and 5 makes 7. You know, it's always great. But at the same time, I always look at life from a different perspective. Like, wow, I'm able to see 25. I'm very much grateful. And, you know, I unfortunately, RIP to some of my friends and people who I grew up with and people I came around, they didn't get to see 25. Unfortunately, where I come from, people don't even see 21, 22. You know, it's either dead or in jail. So it's very few of us who really made it to a point of our lives where we could say, okay, we look back and we could be like, okay, we really are doing something for ourselves. We may not be very far-fetched in high society or high things, but where we come from, this has already made it. You know, where I come from, this is like, you already made it. So where I'm at now is not the ending, but where I'm going is the ending. And I just want to appreciate everybody, because the journey is beautiful. Like, I see myself growing. Like, when I was 18, I used to be a fucking knucklehead. I used to like fight people and shit. Like, I used to have dreads. Went into college, I used to, you know, have a lot of women. Bro, I'm 100. You feel me? So I had a lot of people I was dealing with in college as well. And you know, I had a girlfriend when I first came into college. She was a great woman. I'm gonna spill all the beans on this podcast. This is what I do. She was a great woman. Shout out to her. She ain't never do nothing wrong to me, but I fucked up by being immature, you know? And unfortunately, that cost me a relationship that probably would have blossomed into bigger things. But at the same time, I'm grateful for how things came about, because then I end up having another girlfriend who was like great too, you feel me? But that was whatever. That was a situation that I would never want to relive. But the first girlfriend was a great experience, and she kind of really gave me unconditional love. You know, so when you see yourself being unconditionally loved from another partner at an early age, and you're not used to things like that, and you want to be a hot boy in college, like, it's okay. Like, you just gonna live and learn. Like, girls as well, women as well. You might have a great guy, but you want to deal with other guys at the same time. You're gonna live and learn. Like, some people, you're not gonna get them twice. You know, so. She's off doing her thing. Great person still. At the end of the day, I will never talk bad about anybody. But at the end of the day, yeah, it was certain things. Like, I was reminiscing when I hit 25 now. I'm like, damn, I came into college. You know, I was a hot boy playing around. You know, I didn't fuck up nothing like that, really. I probably, I had in a situation where I got into some trouble my freshman year, but that's here and there. That's here or there, but I'll talk about that probably in my later years. As well as, you know, just going on to college, you know, I became a Kappa. I pledged Kappa. And, you know, I became a very great man in the process. I learned myself. I learned my environment. And that piped me up to a whole nother level of society, to be real. And at that point, I started making my way into real estate, meeting great people, and just networking and asking God, like, I don't want to be a doctor, because if I was going to be a doctor, I wouldn't be living in my truth, and you guys wouldn't know who I am today. You guys would not know me. Like, a lot of people know me, but I don't know a lot of people. And it's kind of like, it's flattering, but at the same time, it's like, damn, I want to know everybody who knows me, because how do you know me? You feel me? So it's like, it's always a vice versa with me. Like, I'm a very open person, open-ended person. If you have a conversation with me, you'll learn a lot, and I can learn a lot from you. Like, we're not here to bite and fight. Like, I like peace. You know, my lifestyle now is peace and clarity. I like greatness. I like things that are going to happen for me without being forced. And I like things that's naturally flowing. And, you know, going through college, man, I kind of experienced a lot of trauma and a lot of betrayal, and, you know, lost friendships, relationships, and lost things that I thought I'd never lose. But things happen in order for greater things to come in, and I'm always grateful for that abundance and that prosperity, because it's always a good time for things, you know. So at the end of the day, man, like, you know, going into college and graduating, and going into grad school, I kind of told myself I don't want to do grad school, because being a doctor, man, like, you really have to love it. And I had a passion for being in service to people, but I wasn't really servicing the way I wanted to be. You know, I was always talking about, well, how do you make this into a business in class? And they're like, well, go be a business person. I'm like, you know what? Forget it. I know what I'm going to do. I'm not going to just come to this class because this isn't something that's going to take me to the next level. And although it may, increase my salary, make me get financial stability and consistency, I have to give myself 2 years to learn, right? That's 2 years. Literally just now, I already have a truck and real estate business going. I have great connections. I'm living in Atlanta. I wouldn't be living in my apartment. I wouldn't be having certain experiences. I wouldn't even have knowledge. The knowledge I have today, the knowledge I'm speaking to you guys from wisdom and just things, experience, I wouldn't have that being a grad student. Everybody has their own path, and the journey I'm on is very much entrepreneurship. Like I always tell people, like, I'm going to bust my ass because I like to wake up the time I like to do. I like to spend the amount of money I like to do things while still living a lifestyle that most people have. And there's nothing wrong with that. But just remember, just the same way you sacrifice your skills and your skills and talents to go to school and have a great career, the same way I have to do that. I have to sacrifice that in another thing. I have to sacrifice it with parties. I have to sacrifice it for having fun in my early days. I have to sacrifice certain things that a lot of people may not be able to sacrifice. Like, I didn't even take a vacation for my birthday this year, not because I didn't want to or I couldn't. It's because I know certain things I want to do, but I'd rather save that moment for later because I'm still in the process of doing certain things. But I took the day for my birthday to realize everything that I'm so grateful for and blessed to have. It's here, like it's in my fucking hands. Like, there's no way around it. So what I'm trying to tell you guys is 25 is a great number. Anything after 25 is just more wisdom. I could just say that. But if you're not 25 and you're under 25, man, the only things I could really tell you guys is be yourself, show up for yourself, be consistent, be hard on yourself. Fuck being on other people, but be hard on yourself. I know people say, oh, don't be hard on yourself. No, if you want to be great, be hard on yourself, because everybody else who's already great, they was hard on themselves because they put themselves up to another standard, and you have to do the same way, same thing. So I appreciate you guys for listening to Rolling Business Podcast. The video that I'm dropping tomorrow or sometime this week, whenever the videographer get back to me, I'll get back to him. It's going to be a great video. You know, it's my first video. I hope you guys like it. Follow me, billionaire_moist, of course. But at the end of the day, like, just lock in with me and just let me know how you guys think, and any feedback you guys have, I'm always taking into consideration and just love you guys from afar. So at the end of the day, man, 25 is a great number. I wish you guys much prosperity and good health and fortune. If you guys ever want to lock in with me, of course, just send me a DM on Instagram. Podcast episodes are going up weekly, of course, like always. Nothing's changing. We just on season 10 now because it's a new transition, and everything above that is in God's hands. So whatever the future holds, we manifesting it. And I pray that you guys do the same in all your aspects of your life. Appreciate you guys once again. Roll the Business Podcast. It's been an amazing journey. Thank you.